You are now watching a Titan Ed video review. If you are not a collector or a parent interested in getting a toy for your child, please click away. Thank you, FTC, for ruining one of my favorite intros. I now have to go with that new one because context matters. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing Siege Thundercracker and Siege Skywarp with his Phantom Attack Squad. Since these are, again, repaints of the Starscream mold, which I do have right here, there really isn't too much point in reviewing them individually, in my opinion. So, yeah. Let's start with Skywarp, because that's my favorite Seeker. Let's set these guys off to the side. Skywarp is nice. He looks good. I'm glad to see that $50 price point at least went into painting his entire front end of his nose. Oy vey. I gotta admit, I think I would have preferred to have the same kind of dark plastic up on the nose rather than having it silver, but I do like the fact that Hasbro has gone out of the way to try to make the Seeker's paint jobs at least individually unique, so what you gonna do? However, now that I have three of them, you can actually notice something very interesting. Let me see if I can get their noses in here together. If you look at the damaged marks, or the scuff marks, or battle damage that they both have, they're nearly identical. There is some subtle differences here and there, but their designs are almost nearly identical. It's kind of weird, honestly. You can especially see it on these, right wings, or left wings. This wing and this wing, you can see the damaging is nearly identical on the paint. It really makes me wish they'd each gotten individually different tampographed battle damage. But yeah, as it stands, Skywarp has always been one of my favorite Seekers, just for his color design. So yeah, I was gonna pick him up almost regardless of the price, but $50, and 50% of the paint probably went into Skywarp's nose. Oy vey. Quick look at Thundercracker. Now, Thundercracker has never been my favorite Seeker. At least in Generation 1, his colors were not quite as vibrant as this blue, I have to admit. This blue really does make them pop a little bit better, in my opinion. So, not bad. I do like it a little bit more than usual. Does make me curious to know what the Earthrise versions of these two are going to look like. We know we're getting a Starscream, so as you know, the other Seekers are most likely down the line. Probably not going to get the Rainmakers, however, due to them being mostly Cybertronian Transformers. So, now, with those out of the way, let's talk about the Battle Masters. If I call them Target Masters by accident, my apologies. These are nice. I like repaints, although one of them has a bit of an issue, which we will talk about more in robot mode. But we have Pterodactyl, a flying dad pun. We have Shook. I can't pronounce it to save my life. He is one of Spinister's Target Masters. The other one will be released in the last wave of Target Masters in Wave 4. So that should be... It's nice at least they gave us both Battle Masters for Spinister. And we have Fracas. Yeah, I've got a couple things to say about Fracas, actually. And I will get to those in just a little bit. But yeah, those are their gun modes. Now, each of them do come with effect parts, and they're just recolors, surprisingly, of previously used effect parts. And I have to admit, these recolors are a lot nicer. At least these two are, the effect parts. This one, you got a similar color with Smashdown, so there really isn't a difference for this, other than it's only exclusively can be used attached to a weapon-wise to pterodactyl or the previous paint of the guy for the individual release. So yeah, there's... I've never been a giant fan of this particular effect piece, but these two are not half bad. Not half bad. So, with that said... Okay, we're going to have to talk about this. The Fracas you get in the box is not the Fracas that's shown on the back of the box. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but somehow the plastic colors got inverted. As far as I can tell, this is common across the entire set. There hasn't been, like, a few that were sent out this way and the rest are okay. This seems to be just common across everyone's reviews I've seen so far, so... yeah. Weird. Though when you look at the box art, the colors are somewhat the same. I'm not entirely sure. I think someone screwed up somewhere. Either was the artist or the photographer. Or not the photographer, the digital effects guy who made the 3D profiles for the toy. So something weird happened somewhere. And here we have robot mode. And yeah, they're pretty much the same as Starscream. Now, my Thundercracker will be slightly different from your retail Thundercrackers. I've went and swapped Starscream and Thundercracker's face because, let's face it, Starscream should have the smirk, not Thundercracker. Thundercracker is straight up a thug. Starscream's the one that smirks. So yeah. Other than that, the robot modes are almost identical. Now, I do have, like... which wing is it at? This wing on my Thundercracker is a little bum. Right? Yeah, right there near the end. It's super loose. I've tried tightening with some floor polish, and it just hasn't worked. So, might end up getting a second Thundercracker and giving Skywarp here a smirk as well. Because I think those are the two Decepticons who need... Secret Decepticons who need a smirk. So... unfortunately, Skywarp also has some loose parts in his guns, and that's one I really wish that wasn't loose. I have tried tightening them with some finished floor polish, and it's kind of worked, but overall. Now, as for each of the Battle Masters, they all look pretty decent. Let me adjust the light a little bit. That's better. It's not too bad. I like the colors here. Get him to stand. They are really hard to stand on this carpet. I've got to find a box or something I can... Fracas, as I stated, for some reason, the colors were inverted. I don't know if it's because of the box art or if the guy making the digital image for the back didn't get the memo about the box art. And Pterodactyl, the flying dad joke, does look pretty decent, although I will admit, Patriot Prime was right. Pterodactyl and Axel, sorry, all these pun names, really probably should have their wings, legs, handle, and head switched, as the black would work really good with this purple over this very dull gray. And the gray would work a little bit better with the green, so, might consider that in the future, but for right now, they're going to stay this way. But yeah, overall they're good, and I cannot deny, let's see if I can do this without shaking everything up. Having all three Seekers once again is really awesome. I really hope Earthrise is going to have all three Seekers, but Hasbro, for the love of all things, please do not make Skywarp another exclusive. My wallet can't take it much more. So, till next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya. Oh, just one more thing. I did end up making a custom Fracas for my Titan's Return Scourge, so I gotta ask your opinion on something. So who did it better, me or Hasbro? Leave your comments down below. And, as always, thanks for watching, and oh, YouTube, FTC, my video reviews are meant specifically for collectors and parents potentially buying toys for their children. Context matters.